Good morning, everyone. How is everyone today's glorious day? It's Yelena from the Healing Light, healinglite.com.au. I hope everyone is really well. So today, I wish I recorded my today's session with my client while I was in my walk, because it was absolutely amazing and it was just perfect what I wanted to share with you again. So sometimes as a woman, and I did write it on a post on my private Facebook page, which you can absolutely have a look, about the imperfections and perfections and how much we're looking for to be perfect, and how much we are actually straight away, if we're not perfect because we are not recognizing and loving ourselves, we're going to have is it a plastic surgery, is it some kind of a tummy tucks, skin tightening, all sorts of things, Botox, things like that to be done. So I want to say this to you is all well and good if you're going to do that, but the bottom line is you need to love yourself for who you are, because you will never be perfect. With age, we're all getting older. I'm in my 40s, so do I get older? Yeah, of course I am. Do I've got wrinkles? Of course I am. I'm in my 40s. I'm a mum. And going through things, what happened to me in my life as a divorce, having two children, of course it leaves remarks, in a sense, on your body. Does it leave remarks on my spiritual things? Of course it does. So you need to actually work on yourself and do the things for yourself. You need to love yourself. You need to recognize yourself. And a deep core wounding, as some of the things what the women are holding on to themselves, is after they go through post-divorce or they're going through post-breakup, like heartbreaks, they straight away turn into it. I need to go and fix this up. I need to fix this up. I need to they turn around to superficial stuff, which is a plastic surgery, superficial stuff. What do I want to fix it up to make it better? I want to say this to you is you need to do it for yourself. You need to really know what you wanted to have got. You need to understand what repercussions that's going to do to you. So if you're having implants, every 10 years you have to take them out. What kind of toxicity they're carrying, what kind of stuff they're causing inside of your body. And on the end of the day, what's the reasoning for it that you're actually deciding to have got the breast implants done? I talked about a Botox, for example, is I could never do the Botox at all because the Botox would mean that it closes my third eye and I would not be able to see and to hear things what I do, and my natural gift would be closed off. So would I ever do it? No, for those reasons, number one. Number two is I am who I am. And I am not ashamed of that, and I'm absolutely in love with myself. I radiate me. I am who I am. So the same as women do tummy tucks, skin tightening of their bellies after they have babies, to make sure that they always look a lot tight, or they have a gastric sleeves to make sure that they don't eat. A lot of times I see these too, bulimia. That means when they're actually vomiting. So they eat the food to go to the bathroom and they vomit the food. Just that they look skinny. So, and that is so, such a huge numbers of it, but it's not being talked about it. So when people come and see me, I do tune into it to see if they had, let's go say, a gastric sleeve, or if they have got medical problems, issues. I do scan their body. How do I scan it? I don't have a scanner. My eyes are scanners. So my eyes see it and I go like, okay, we have got a problem with this. This is possibly going to happen. Let's go have a look medically. Could you have ultrasound? Things like that to check it over, to make sure that what I'm seeing, that we can actually prevent it, emotionally stabilize it. And the second thing is, you need to work on your deep core wounding. Why is a particular disease going to develop inside of your body too? Or it potentially can develop inside of your body. So on today's day, I really want you, of this new moon, what's coming up. And the new moon, what's coming up, is going to be, I will have to say to you, huge. Because we will have, in this new moon, it's going to be hot, cold, hot, cold. that's how it's going to feel. Communications is going to be so hard because we have Mercury in retrograde. So if we're having a Mercury in retrograde, and in Scorpio, which is a fire, and it's like, I don't want to say zero patience, but it's not the most patient sign, Scorpio. So it's going to be hot, cold, hot, cold. Prepare yourself for it. If you're having a deep core wounding where you are impatient, this is going to be so much of testing for you. So really put a post-it note on your forehead and say, I need to calm down. And if you cannot calm down, what's the reasoning for it that you're so impatient? Yes, you can blame the star signs and everything else for it, I understand. But really what I want you to work on, and that's part of the counseling, is why you are particularly impatient. Is it because you have no patience because everything was taken away from you all your life? And you're just going like, no, it's my time. I need to get these things for me. And I'm having entitlement issues. You're having entitlement issues. So it's like, I deserve this and why I'm not getting it. And then you're absolutely angry about it. So lots of people who have entitlement issues, they'll have issues through this time for the next 3 to 4 weeks. So if your fire inside of you is rising up to have got issues with recognition, entitlement, know that that's just something when the universe is saying to you is like, I need to actually look deeper inside of myself. Why is this a core wounding for my heart? And we have to work through it. I love when I say to the clients, don't think with your head, please go in your heart. At the moment, the 2 airplanes are having acrobatics they're doing acrobatics in the sky. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but so you're going to hear the airplanes in the background. I did wait it for a bit just that I see if they were going to go away, but they're not going away. So it is a beautiful background noise. So recognition, entitlements, rising up a lot. What do we have to do? Let go of the things. So it's a lot to do with letting go. Yes, you have to go back to your letters, rocks, things what I taught you. What do you have to do? Listen to the previous videos about it. And a lot to do with letting go. What do we have to let go to move forward? Because we can't move forward if we are still holding on to the old stuff. It was another thing what I wanted to share with you too in today's video. I do say this all the time, blessings and lessons. I don't say negative stuff. So lesson is my negativity. And I always choose the words. That's why you have to be so careful. What are you choosing? What words you're choosing? Because they all have got a frequency, melody, numbers, whatever you want to call them. I call it numbers. I call it frequencies. So if we are having a wording and we say it's negative thoughts, I wanted you to change it to positive. So blessings or lessons. So is it my divorce, that it happened how it happened, and because of him I actually moved from Croatia to come here to Australia, and I had 2 beautiful children. It was my lesson. My children are a blessing from that marriage, and I adore my children. So you need to be careful. You can't say it was my mistake. It was your lesson. If something like that happened in your life, it was your lesson. And you can't hate it in a sense, because then if you're hating it, then what are you hating inside of yourself? Because you were part of that circle, that union what you had at the time. What was your lesson that you had to learn over there? So ask your heart, what was your lesson? It's not always, and when people are externalizing and putting all the blame on someone else, I will have to say to you, you need to draw it back inside of you. Why is something happening to you? Why? Ask yourself that. And if you don't know the answers, yes, reach out, ask me. I can sit on a call. I can see how can I help you if I'm a right fit to help you. I would say to you, I work with people who want to work on themselves, who want to actually help themselves, who are like, in a sense, sick and tired where they are, and they go, I want answers, I want to work through this, and I want to see the results. And they do see the results if they're consistent with the work what we're doing, and they're consistent, and they book their appointments, their sessions. We work through it. You see some of the testimonials after 2 sessions, what things started to happen to people. And if the things are not happening to you, is it something that you're holding on to it? We'll work through it. But if you're not sure if I can help you or not, please, by all means, send me a message. We'll have a talk, and we'll see if we are the right fit for each other to help you to go through what you're going through at the moment. But prepare yourself for an amazing ride, because I love what I do and I love seeing the results. What happens to you, that you actually shed the layers and you feel free, and you find that authentic you who were once upon a time in you, but you lost that. You lost the person inside of you. So how would it feel to find yourself back again? Love and light, and I will talk to you soon.